...2023 elections, voters not allowed to enter voting cubicle with phones, Inec has said. This is a good one. So, but initially people were saying, okay, that voters are not allowed to take their phones to the polling unit. That is infringing on people's privacy and their civil right. That is true. And so now it's clearer that the Inec chairman has come out to say people are not allowed to enter voting cubicle with phones. So meaning that you can take your phone to the polling unit, to your ward, and then keep your phone to yourself, and also while you're observing the voting process or the election process. Okay, but when it is time to vote, when you are being handled by the Inec official for accreditation and for voting, you will have to give your phone to someone else to hold for you. Okay, I know what Inec is trying to avoid. I know what they're trying to avoid is all these vote buyers. They will be there with their agents at the polling unit, and they will tell you, you have collected money. I must see a picture of who you voted for. So people will be compelled to, after voting, they will snap the page and then bring it to show the party agent or the monitoring team, that to show that they have voted the party that gave them money. I'm sure it's supposed to be secret balloting and not an open balloting. So why do we, chase people because of money? So I'm sure that is what Inec is trying to avoid, because after collecting money and you go in and come out and you can't show proof that you voted the party that gave you money, you will vomit the money. That is how it goes. You will vomit the money. You'll be forced to pay the money back, or they will deal with you. They can even kill somebody for that. Okay, so it's a very good idea that Inec has come out with this instruction that you will not enter the voting cubicle with your phone. So by the time you vote and come out, they will ask you, and it becomes your word against the word of people that gave you money if you collected money to vote a particular candidate. Okay, this is a good development, and let's see what Inec has more to say. Ahead of the upcoming general elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, maintains that voters are prohibited from going into the voting cubicle with their phones. That is good. The chairman of Inec, Mahmoud Yakubu, said this while expressing concern about vote buying at the maiden briefing on Thursday. He, however, said he is hopeful that the vices will be dealt with. That's a good one. Noting that all materials have been distributed to states, he said the sensitive materials are currently being delivered to local government areas. He said that non-sensitive materials were deployed 2 months ago. So this one now they are saying that all materials have been delivered to all the states. What about this story of NCDC officials having accident at Abuja while delivering or carrying sensitive Inec materials from Abuja to Lagos by road? Okay, because that is what is trending right now, that a Hilux with NCDC officers inside, and there was an accident at runabout in Abuja, and the vehicles were sorted, and people got injured at various degrees. Okay, and people are asking, why would you be transmitting sensitive material by road just barely hours to election? Does that make sense? It doesn't. Okay, they might not be voting material, but whatever they are, as long as they are going to be used for today, why transmitting them by road? So Inec coming out here to tell us that sensitive materials are currently being delivered to all the local governments, and insensitive materials have been delivered 2 months ago. I just hope what he's saying is true. Okay, the Inec chairman reiterated that 240 polling units do not have voters, and also said that staff to be deployed for the elections have been trained. I just hope all those staff that have been trained will not be bought over by desperate politicians to sabotage or compromise the election process or the electoral procedures. Okay, because I know that all the political parties have their agents on ground that are looking at all the polling units, that are looking at all the trained Inec officers that are supposed to work, that are looking at the Inec returning officers that are supposed to work in those locations, and all those Inec grand staff are the ones that they want to buy to compromise the process, especially compromising the integrity of the BVAS machine so that they can bypass it. I know that a lot of polling units today will bypass that BVS and they will come up with excuse that it failed them, it did not work, it was not transmitting, they were not getting information up and down. A lot of stories will come out at the end of today, and will not be surprised to see or to hear those stories. Okay, so these are next staff that Inec is saying that they have trained. I just hope that they work with integrity, they will not compromise. Okay, I just also hope that those polling units will have enough security coverage so that political thugs will not go there and cause confusion. Because what I see is that if they are seeing the trend that other opposition parties are moving on, the party that is not winning will try to cause confusion so that everything in that polling unit will be cancelled. It will not count. You understand? That is what some people will do. So we really need to be sure that those polling units are also well secured. I also hope that security agencies will not compromise, because in Nigeria, anything can happen. That is true. Anything can happen. It's a case of the highest bidder. So he who pays the piper, they take the tone. So he who has the highest amount of money to pay will get the justice and get the support. So I just hope that security agencies will not compromise. Okay. So also at the briefing, Yakubu disclosed that 87 million permanent voters cards have so far been collected ahead of the upcoming general election. So the question again on this is those PVCs that were found in gutter at Oshodi in Lagos, Oshodi Solo, are they also the part of PVC that Inec declared that have been collected? Those other ones that were discovered a few days ago at Nnewi Forest by hunters, okay, are also those ones among the ones Inec is saying are among the 87 million that have been collected by people? I don't understand. I just hope Inec is explicit about all of this. Okay, they can't just come and give us number and expect people to go to bed and accept it hook, line, and sinker. It won't work that way. That is the truth. He noted that the current voter registration contains over 94 million voters, but stated that the commission will continue to clean it up with technology going forward. The Inec chairman further revealed that 1,642,385 polling units and collation center agents of political parties will participate in the elections. He also disclosed that the commission has fully recovered from the recent attacks on her facilities in some states. So are we sure that you are fully recovered like you are saying? Because saying you are fully recovered means that you are ready. What about those materials that have been bought, that have been burnt or stolen? Have you gotten them back? Okay. Are you sure people will not be disenfranchised from voting? Those are the questions that Inec man need to answer going forward. According to Yakubu, the daily briefing is to update stakeholders as events unfold ahead of and during the election. So that means that the election is starting. Yakubu will continue to talk to Nigerians to give us update. That is what he's saying here. But a lot of questions are still yet to be answered. A lot of gray areas are yet to be clarified. Okay, but this idea of not taking phone into the voting cubicle is a welcome development, so that vote buyers will know that if after collecting the money, they will not have any way of holding the person they paid or they bought his vote accountable or responsible, or have a basis to punish some person, because they won't have a proof. Okay, so but again, people will be allowed to use their phones at the voting arena, but not inside the voting cubicle, so that they can monitor their vote. They can monitor the occurrences that will be happening right at the polling unit and the ward. Okay, this is a very good development. So let people know that they can take their phone to that place, but will not use it inside the cubicle. Because I know that some overzealous security agents will tell people not to bring their phone to the ward or to the polling unit, and then start harassing people. But meanwhile, what Inec is saying is that you cannot take your phone into the voting cubicle. After, when you are called for accreditation, you hand over your phone to someone else, you'll be accredited, and then you go and vote. After voting, you can come out and collect your phone. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on this.